Oh no! Keith Lee! Oh, a double team! Come on, PJ. Forward one. Oh, PJ fell out. 2, 3 strikes. So I get up, PJ. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This is Uneducated Sports Talk. Stay smart, stay uneducated.
Welcome, all sports fans, everyone across the nation. This is Tuesdays with TJ, the NFL Podcast, episode 62, presented by myself, Miss PJ in the building, of course, our main man of the evening, Mr. TJ Tracy. What up, TJ?
I'm doing well, thank you very much. In a lot better state than the last time you guys saw me. Just saying that. I thought I was going to die of a heart attack from that game. Didn't expect alcohol poisoning. But how are you, my friend? How's your week been? It's been 2
Obviously,
days.
obviously better than yours if you was almost having alcohol poisoning. But
Oh, man. I had a 10-hour shift the day after that.
oh man, yeah, nah.
Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made.
Well, you didn't get fired. That's all that matters.
That is true. That is true. I
You
didn't get
you
fired.
managed to succeed even with a drunken state.
Oh, it was
Hey,
it
that
was
is
not going to
that
get
is
into it yet,
that's
but
talent. That's talent.
did not see that coming. Did not see that coming.
You were drinking 1,000 beers.
That and the points scored, but yeah.
Nah, before we get into it, y'all, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well on our road to 3,000 subscribers, and hit that like button and keep the chat rocking and rolling. Hey, if you're new to this, you're true to this, y'all. Rep your team. It's right here, y'all. Rep your team. It is now the final game of the
Mhm.
season, but still represent your team no matter how good or how bad it was. Remember, only one team wins it all. 31 teams go home crying, y'all. So it is not the end of the world for yours and your franchise. Keep it rock rolling. Like my dad said when the Saints lose their final game of the season. Well, son, it's always next year. So let's
True.
go. So represent your team, man. And hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, y'all. This is episode 62 of Tuesdays with TJ, y'all. So
Damn.
yeah, man, we've been grinding them out, bro. Every Tuesday for the most part, y'all. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Educated Sports Talk, USC Nation. Hit that subscribe button to get more content like our NFL podcast, Tuesday with TJ, and of course my live commentary and play reaction. Of course my videos. I have a video out right now with the Jimmy Butler saga with Miami Heat, so please check that out as well when you guys get a
Ooh, I
chance,
will
man.
do. I wonder what's going
So,
on there.
oh yeah, a lot going on, a lot of sassiness. The
Ooh.
old school days of our lives. Kind
Oh,
of
really?
sassy.
That
Oh
much drama?
yeah,
Sit down with
drama, man.
some popcorn.
Oh yeah, the buttery kind, bro.
Ooh.
The kind where you get to do your own butter machine. Just
That's the difference. We don't have butter popcorn over here.
whoa, really,
Yeah, yeah, we
really,
have an option between salted popcorn or sweet popcorn. That's all we get.
and no butter popcorn.
Not butter popcorn.
Oh my, well that's
It's
a good
very,
thing. Stay healthy.
yeah. It's quite alien when everyone's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get some butter." Like when you had all those popcorn ads of people putting butter in the
Yeah,
weird shape.
well we
Yeah,
got
never
butter
got that.
machines, man. Keep the high
No,
blood
no.
pressure rolling, baby.
Hey, what you do if you're feeling adventurous, you ask them to have a combination of sweet and salty popcorn, so you don't know what you're getting in your mouth.
Okay, well, let's find out. Hey, we have our poll question of the day as well. What impressed you more about championship weekend? Was it Saquon being Saquon? Were the Chiefs always get it done? Was it Josh Allen's losing efforts? Or was it Jaden Daniels balling out in the losing effort as well? So please let us know in the post, the poll, I mean. We got 9 votes in right now. And I think for me, the most impressive thing, Chiefs always get it done. So let's see. I was number 10. Right now, we got 80% says Saquon being Saquon right now. And I can agree with
Yeah,
that. I can for now. I can agree with that. Because that was amazing. Um,
that was.
that was amazing. Let's get into it, man. Rep your team, y'all, and hit that like button. We got a lot. We're going to break down both the AFC and the NFC championship games this past Sunday. A lot of news are going on, a lot of drama uh, for one of those games. So let's get it cracking, man. TJ,
Yes,
I know you sat there, me and you called this Commanders versus Eagles game,
we did.
and you called it with heavenly bliss. It's not too many playoff games at about the start of the third quarter, you're like, yeah, we won. You know,
Oh, yes, yeah.
not too many games where you can just sit back and say, you know what, we freaking won, and we can just sit back and chill. The Eagles destroyed the Commanders, 55-23 to advance to their second Super Bowl in 3 years. And the question I have for you is, how did this game get out of hand so fast?
Hey, I appreciate that. I had to go back and rewatch it for some reason.
What was that?
The ending was a bit of a blur, but no, it was our defense. Okay, we did bend a bit, but we didn't break at all. We managed to turn over a offense that hadn't turned the ball over at all. Three, obviously, two punch outs on the offense, one on the special teams, and obviously the interception by Q, right, to definitely end it. But what also took advantage, we managed to turn the ball over, and our offense finally, where has this been? Took advantage of every turnover we did. We scored a touchdown on every possession bar 3.
Yep.
Two,
Scored 8
two
points.
3 and outs and 1 missed field goal. Saquon Barkley, first snap of the game, gone. And then it was just pass game being fantastic, run game being utterly unbearable. Like, I remember you and I, this part I do remember, is at the beginning, the Commanders went 18 plays
Yes.
for 8 minutes, I believe.
Yes.
And they settled for a field goal. I remember going, that's a bit odd after going for so many fourth downs, them just simply setting for a field goal. But you're like, no, get points on the board, get the lead, Which I think at the time kind of makes sense. It just seems a bit odd since you went for it so often, being 4th and 2 on the 20-yard line, 4th and 3. And not going for it. It did seem a bit odd, but then no one could expect one play. You know what I mean?
Right.
One play later,
Right.
we got 4 points ahead and we never gave up. But it was the turnovers and taking full advantage of all of the situation we had in field position and scoring. Yeah, they were going for field goals. We got touchdowns. What's your takeaway, my friend?
Every piece of momentum that the Commanders had in that first drive, literally gone in one play. 60 yards to the house, and it's almost like, yo, we went 18 plays and got a field goal, which I thought was the right decision. Get points on the board. No one really saw one play, 60 yards and a touchdown by the Eagles. That was amazing. But it's Saquon being Saquon. That's what he does. My thing is, like, there was a pattern. Even though both these teams won against each other in the regular season, there was a pattern by the Eagles. They put up 200 plus rushing yards in both those games.
Yeah.
And I felt like, yeah, regardless how decent this Commanders team is on defense, like, it's Saquon Barkley with the quote unquote best O line in the game, and that's the main reason why I picked the Eagles to win this game, because I said if they just run the ball, simply run it down their throats, they're gonna put up another 200 yards in this game. They're gonna win this game. Now it might still be close because the Daniels, we didn't expect all those turnovers, right? Usually turnovers happen with your quarterback, whether it's via fumbling or throwing a pick. No, you had 2 running backs fumble and a receiver fumble in that game, and so that's kind of rare to have 3 turnovers in that kind of fashion. And shout out to the Eagles for getting those points off those
Forcing them.
turnovers, 28 points total off of turnovers, and they just punched them in the mouth
Yeah.
every single time, every time they got the ball. And shout out to even Jalen Hurts, right, for taking advantage of the mistakes. He looked good in the pocket. Not gonna lie, he was decisive with the football. That was the major difference. So yeah, we're gonna load the box after that first run. He took it to the house 60 yards. They say, you know what? We're going to put 9 in the box now. 8 and 9.
Yep.
Well, now you have one-on-one coverage, and you got Brown, you got Smith out there, and you got Goddard. Those 3 guys are amazing guys. You're just wanting the quarterback to pinpoint it where it needs to be. And Hurts did a good job of taking advantage of that, right? And the Commanders were scared. I would be too. Barkley's back there, and he had 2 touches for 2 touchdowns early, and you had to kind of get in the box, and Hurts took advantage of all that, and I was happy to see that, because if Hurts had another off day per se from the QB position, this game might be a little bit different. But shout out also to that defense. They play hard, they play tough, rough, and they really put it on the Commanders basically from that second quarter throughout the entire game.
Absolutely. And it wasn't like the Washington running backs had butterfingers. We were punching them out. We were forcing those turnovers. And hey, I'll give it credit. Jaden Daniels, he did everything he can to win this game.
Amazing.
But I think this is a prime example why this is a team game. Because all week, everyone's saying Jaden Daniels is the best QB playing the best at the moment. And I agreed. I think I agreed there. Then, obviously, the game started, and it proves that no, this is a team game. Saquon
Yes.
Barkley gone. Zach Ertz had a fantastic game, 11 for 104. And they tore us up. I mean, they tore us up, but you need your other people to help you along, and they didn't have that. But I want to also admit that Jalen Hurts, I think, had his best game he had since the Super Bowl, because everyone was worried about the passing game. Everyone was worried about the passing game. Panic, panic, panic. 20 for 28, 246 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 sacks. Like, perfect. Like, that's what you want.
Yes. Yes.
He got the ball out. He was decisive. He was aware in the pockets. He ran the ball when he needed to. He had 10 rushes for 16 yards. A bit low, but obviously a lot of that was the tush push,
Yeah.
which was fun, like ridiculous
Had
there
like
when it comes to
4 or
that.
5 of those things. It was crazy.
Absolutely, when we'll get to the weird circumstance with one of them coming up. Or should I say 5 of them? But yeah, no. This was a complete team win on special teams. The fumble on the special teams was both our backup running backs.
Yeah. Yep.
Shipley punched it out. Kenway got it. Gameway got it. So it did feel like at one point that the Commanders, apart from Ertz and Daniels, were, I don't want to say lackluster, but they weren't ready for this, if you know what I mean.
There's a clear difference in talent with both these teams. I mean,
Absolutely.
I saw it. I mean, Daniels just rose to the occasion, and he made those guys better than what they normally would play with another quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So the talent itself from the Commanders to the Eagles is massively different. So that right there, I was like, if the Eagles don't win this, man, something wrong, because the reason why I picked the Eagles to win all these games in the playoffs, even if they had to go to Detroit, I would pick Philadelphia anyways, because I was saying that their talent, they're just physically better than a lot of these teams on both ends, on offense and defense. If they play to their strength, they could beat
Mm-hmm.
anyone in the NFC for sure. We got some folks, right quick, TJ, in the chat showing love.
Hello.
We got Wagner Moratelli says, "Go Eagles!" What's up, Wagner? He said, "What's up, WM?"
Hello. Wagner.
Got Samuel Wilkson Jr. said, "Hi, what's up, bro?" Carlos, PJ, and TJ. So a good video, you guys, and keep it going. And then we got Matthew Dongo says, "Do you think Saquon could be MVP
No.
of the Super Bowl, but not of the regular season?" No, that's already that's going to a
That's.
quarterback. Look, the way they do MVP votings is just stupid. He should be the MVP easily, but he won't be. It'll be
Oh,
Lamar
absolutely.
Jackson, if not Josh Allen. You know,
No, it's so Lamar Jackson.
yeah, Lamar Jackson. But if there was a two, it would be Josh Allen. It should be Saquon Barkley though. Like it should have been Chris McCaffrey last year, in my opinion.
Yeah,
So yeah,
absolutely.
that's definitely how I feel, man. But welcome back to the channel, Matthew Dongo. Thank you for showing love, man. Hit that like button for your boy and your girl. Let's get it on. But yeah, continue with the Eagles and the Commanders, though. I mean, the vast difference in talent and the fact that people are sleeping on Nick Sirianni and this
Oh, it's.
coaching staff, like they just didn't make the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Now, I get it. The blunder they had last year was like mind-boggling. Like, whoa, what happened last year? I get that, but that was all scratched away when you signed Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
When you got Barkley to go to Philadelphia, you got me back on board and saying this Eagles team looks tough. It looks tough, and although my prediction was Chiefs versus Lions, in this particular playoff format and the way the Lions were looking very, very bad on defense, I was like, yeah, it's probably be Chiefs versus Eagles. I feel that way. If the Eagles were to face the Lions and their O line smash mouth football, just down your freaking throats. And even Saquon had the saying, the quote. He was like, "We want to prove that we can go and play anywhere and just run it down your throats." And it didn't matter. We play smash mouth football, and I like the fact that the Eagles want to play that way. Um, if they played that way against the Rams and kept doing that, that game would have been a whole lot easier than what it was.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I like this. So let's do our
Can I quickly, because obviously you're in the States,
yeah
you get access to a lot more of the sports media. Do you listen to ESPN? Do you listen to any of those sports
yeah I do yeah.
talk? What is the hate on Jalen Hurts? What is it? Because it generally seems like no matter
Well,
what he does
hold
is
on,
not
TJ.
good
Hold on,
enough.
hold on. Well, let's get our TJ Eagles talk and our Fly Eagles Fly talk, and let's break down why so much hate on Jalen Hurts right after this, y'all. to the channel, y'all. Let's break down
Hello.
Jalen Hurts and the ongoing saga with the media. And I can kind of agree with them, but I'll let you have your say first.
You
Um,
can. You can.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just,
yeah.
I'm just curious.
I want to hear your side from it first. How do you feel? I know that's your quarterback. This is
And
your
yeah.
segment. So let's get it.
So okay. Obviously, he went to the Super Bowl. When we went to 2022 Super Bowl 57. Yeah. A lot of that was on his arm. Openly admit he was dynamic when throwing the ball. AJ Brown was going off. We had the tush push for the first time. He was running around and all that kind of stuff. And when he got to the Super Bowl, um, people say he outplayed Patrick Mahomes. People say that
Which he did.
which he absolutely did. He outplayed Patrick Mahomes. It's just unfortunate that our defense let him down, and I think that is fair to say. Our defense isn't as good as this year, and he let him down. Obviously, last year we started 10-1. There was he's still throwing the ball. The interceptions were way up. There was something broken there, and we collapsed. Okay, I think everyone has a share of the blame. Hurts wasn't playing well. Our O-line wasn't playing well. Our coordinators weren't connecting with the team. Our head coach was obviously being our head coach. This year, obviously, you've got the whole controversy coming in of do we get rid of Nick Sirianni? Do we get rid of Sirianni? I personally was like, don't get rid of Nick Sirianni. He was in the Super Bowl like literally just a year ago.
Right.
Give him next year, see what happens. Turn him into a CEO, head coach. What happens? Obviously, we get Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio. Get all this new talent on defense because our defense last year was 31st in the league. Absolutely 31st. Our offense, yes, okay, we lost the beloved Jason Kelsey. I know he's not dead, but it feels like he is. And obviously Cam Jurgens. But 90% of the offense, obviously, we got Saquon Barkley, which was a massive upgrade over Swift. And at the time, people weren't sure. And people were doubting Jalen Hurts, even though he had just outplayed Pat for the Super Bowl. And 90% of the year last year was fine. Obviously, the turnovers were the issue, but everyone knew something. I was saying it all last year. Something in this team was broken. And we were winning games, but we shouldn't have won games. This year, okay, the start was rough. He had a bit of the turnover problems. And then we're going after the bye week. We found our identity. Maybe it wasn't relying on Jalen Hurts' arm, but it was relying on his legs. And obviously the ridiculous of Saquon Barkley and the solo lineman. When he needed to, he did throw the ball. And apart from the Washington game where he got out early and the Panthers game was a bad game compared to this standard. Hurts has been fine. He's got 10 less interceptions this year. Yeah. He has, people say he's a game management. Okay, if he's not, he's still managed to do very well with his legs. He's been switching plays to Saquon Barkley. The threat of him there is what's giving Barkley the opportunity to go off. Nick Sirianni Nick Sirianni had a really rough start, jarring with the fans and all that, but he's a passionate man. I defended Nick Sirianni at the beginning of the season, and you can check the tape. I actually did. I said you can't get rid of him. You've got to I like Vic Fangio, and if you get rid of Nick Sirianni, you're getting a whole renewed system. People are calling for Hurts and him gone, and look where we are. This is the first Eagles head coach and quarterback make it back to the 2 Super Bowls. Fair enough, he didn't win last year, but who knows about this year? Nick Sirianni has the number 1 winning percentage in all active head coach. He's got the 5th overall, I think, 5th or 9th, one or the other. Saquon Barkley, phenomenal. This defense has gone from 31st to 1st, but all this media all last week was Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels is literally he's going to destroy everyone. Everyone was voting for Jayden Daniels. You know, he's the next coming of a tiger. I don't know.
Tiger. Random.
But everyone had written out the Eagles because of Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels comes into this game, plays extremely well, and then all of sports talk this week has just been, the Eagles just beat a rookie. It's like this guy was hot smoking shit. Sorry for my language.
I don't know who you listening to, man.
This is like hot take. This is Colin Coward. This is the people that Shady's on with, like Fractured or whatever. Even good morning. This is like Monday up. They weren't giving the praise. And Colin Cowherd, that really annoyed me. He went on an 8.5 rant about how good Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs were. Guess how much time he gave for the Eagles?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Yep, 2 minutes.
Jeez.
2 minutes, and that was Saquon Barkley's good. We're shocked that Nick Sirianni and Hurts has done this well. They're still iffy. They're two-time appearance. Fair enough, not winning, but they've made the Super Bowl twice.
Yeah, but in 3 years.
I get Nick Sirianni rubs people the wrong way. I get it. His attitude is you either love him or you hate him. I love him because I think he is what Philadelphia is. Philadelphians are assholes. We're crazy. That's what he is. He is Philadelphia personified, and he's going to rub you the wrong way. Even Philadelphia, they hate each other. But Jalen Hurts, I don't get. Is it because he's not aromatic and on the bat he is just calm, collected, and doesn't give anything away? I just can't get the hate. Sorry for the rant.
Oh, it's all good, man. Sometimes we need that. This is our TJ's Eagles. Fly Eagles Fly Talk, man.
On the road to victory.
All right, y'all.
What's your take on it? Because you said you have a take on it. I'm just curious.
We got more folks in the building showing love. Christian Rujo says, happy Tuesday, everyone. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in, share the stream, and subscribe to the best USC Nation. Hope everyone having a wonderful day. Thank you, Christian Rujo, for that. What's up, CR? We got Travis 303 says, as a Chiefs fan, plenty of hate. It seems to go around with both teams in this game. Peter said, what's up, Travis? What's up, Travis? Always good to see you,
Travis.
We got Daniel Berry Sports Highlight says, yo, DBSH in the building showing love. Travis says, we'll be live in New Orleans, right?
Oh, that'd be nice.
I'm staying my butt in Lake Charles, Louisiana, man.
Hey, if you've got a spare $100,000, I might.
Right, yeah. Them tickets ain't cheap.
They ain't cheap
at all. No, my take is I can understand because we've seen plenty of times where Hurts has just looked funky. When he's actually a pure passer, a pure thrower at times, it's looked funky. And so people don't really believe him. They think that, Barkley's here, and Barkley can kind of hide, Jaden's, his inability to throw the football at times, right? So that's all they're saying. But hey, I don't care because you win games how you win games, no matter what.
That's all he cares. Yeah.
Like if Jalen Hurts hands the ball off to Barkley 30 times in the Super Bowl, they win. It's like, yeah, Jalen Hurts is the starting quarterback that won the Super Bowl. No one's gonna say he only threw the ball 8 times. What the heck? No one's gonna care about that. Just win, baby. That's what my gripe about Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen is, and we'll talk about Josh Allen in a few minutes. But no, I can agree with the fact that Hurts has the inability at times to play the quarterback position as a quarterback throwing the football multiple times. Now, when you have a Saquon Barkley and it makes the game a lot easier for you, then yeah. So okay. I get it. But I'm not going to say that this team is just Hurts is just crap because he's not. No, Hurts is still a really damn good quarterback. And he can hurt you in many, many ways when given the time to pass, and of course his running ability as well. But it's more about decision making. It's more about that people don't really like. So that's about it. But I have nothing bad to say about Hurts at all because all he does is win football games. That's all he does.
Is it also because he actively doesn't care? Like every time media says you played like this, it's like, okay, I don't care about stats. I just care about winning. If the stats, because his stats this game are very similar to Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
It's not mentioned.
That's how it goes, man. Card Craze says late, but here. What's up, Card Craze? Peter said, what's up, CC? Yeah, man. I don't know. Look, Eagles just dominated. That's all they did, and they are a really good team, not only on paper but in reality as well. With Jalen Hurts as your quarterback, you would take that good over that bad any day. That's all I know.
Absolutely. People are acting like he's bottom 5. Like people saying cut, trade, whatever. Even before coming this week, we should wentz him and find someone better. But I just can't understand why he gets so much hate. Like I said, Nick Sirianni, I understand. Our fan base fully understand. We're assholes. But it's just a man who's trying his best. Fair enough, he's had some up games. Fair enough, he's had some bad games. But he just he just wins, and I don't get it.
I want to talk about legacy. Um, we've seen it before. Obviously, you want to win the game.
Hmm.
You don't want to lose, but with the loss that he had 2 years ago in the Super Bowl, he played a damn good game.
He did.
And would you rather win with Hurts throwing the football or with Saquon running it? And if I had to pick, and it was a guaranteed win, I want to win with Jalen Hurts throwing that football. Then, if we're guaranteed to win, obviously, just to show
Yeah.
everyone that he's that guy. And I think, look, he loves the big moments. He loves the spotlight. So I think in this game against the Chiefs, he'll have a decent game given the time. Given the time to throw the football if the running game isn't going well. So I don't want to go on that notion that if the running game stinks, then they're just done. And
No, no,
I don't
we
want to
keep at it.
I don't want to go that notion because a lot of folks are gonna say that. All right, let's talk about now Bills versus Chiefs. That was our A game. It lived up to the hype once again. The Chiefs defeat the Bills 32-29 to advance to their third straight Super Bowl, trying to be the first team in NFL history to three-peat. Question is, before we talk about Pat Mahomes, let's talk the Bills, right, fans, and Josh Allen, man.
Bills.
Can the Bills get over another failure attempt against Pat Mahomes? This is getting out of hand now. Josh Allen, the first quarterback ever in NFL history to lose 4 playoff games to the same team. Damn. Damn, talk about someone just getting in your freaking way.
Hey, the Bills have a reputation of losing 4 times in a row. I can tell you that.
They sure do, man.
What's your take, man? I spoke for a while. You go
This,
for it.
this is tough, man, because if you look at Josh Allen and all 4 of these games, hell, his entire playoff career has been phenomenal. If you look at touchdown to INT ratio, if you look at yards per game, if you look at his ability to run the football as well, he is playing some dynamic football. But I cannot stress enough about the team aspect. I'm
Hmm.
not gonna let the Bills head coach and the OC off the hook like I did with the Ravens. Here's my thing. You had a 1,000-yard rusher on your team who led the league in touchdowns
Hmm.
in James Cook. Why did that man not touch the football after the 9-minute mark in the fourth quarter? Why did he only have
Yep.
4 carries total in the first half?
Wow.
Think about that. That drives me crazy. Once again, the narrative. They want to put Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson on this pedestal as a god tier quarterback that only them can win this game if only they play their part right. It is a team game. We have already talked about that with Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. They don't
Hmm.
care if it Hurts gets 150 yards passing. That's it. Hell, the Chiefs don't give a damn if Mahomes only gets
Nope.
170 yards passing. It's all about the W, a team aspect. I'm telling folks right now, you have other star players for a reason. Lamar Jackson has Derrick Henry, and now Josh Allen has James Cook. If you're the OC, if you're the head coach, why isn't James Cook getting that football a whole lot more? Why put the whole entire burden on Allen and Jackson? It doesn't make any sense. They wanna say, hey, this guy is going to best Mahomes. That's fine. You can have a game where stats wise you're better than Mahomes. That's fine. But Mahomes always leaves the W. So we're always sitting down the day after Mahomes and the Chiefs defeat the Bills or the Ravens. We're saying, but boy, what about Lamar Jackson and the Josh Allen, man? They had a great game, or they didn't have a great game, but the ownership is on them. If you were an OC, if you just run the ball in this game more and effectively, you probably win this game for Buffalo. But they put all their eggs in this one basket called Josh Allen, and that's why they lost the game. It was crazy because on that last drive, of the game for the Bills, right? You get the ball, and you would sign up for this if you're anybody in Buffalo. 3.5 minutes ago, you've got all three timeouts, and you're down by three.
Hmm.
Let's go win the game, right?
Absolutely.
Well, you see the first play of the drive, it drives me crazy because James Cook is on now the sideline, and Johnson's your running back, and you think, oh, they're just gonna pass, pass, pass. The first play, they run the football. What are we doing? Why isn't Cook in the game then? If you're gonna run the ball, why isn't it with Cook, who is your 1,000-yard rusher and led the league in touchdowns, which means his run might have went for 7, 8 yards, depending on the angles and his ability to his vision. But no, they give to Johnson and he gets -1 yard. Now, albeit the next play, Allen got you a 13-yard carry for a first down, but Allen, there's no doubt in my mind, he is probably the second or the third best quarterback in today's NFL. But Pat Mahomes is just that much better than you and your quarterback. And here's why. We spoke about it last week on various platforms for this game, our pregame show on As NFL Turns. We spoke about what the Chiefs are actually great at. Because right now, they're not great at anything they do uh, uh, as far as physicality. They're not great at passing. They're not great at running the ball. They're not great at uh, this and that. But they're good at everything. They're good at everything. But the one thing we said they are great at is situational awareness. That
Hmm.
is the difference between a Pat Mahomes and a Josh Allen. See, when a Pat Mahomes has to give you 3 points, like Josh Allen had to give you 3 points to tie the game or even get a touchdown to win the game, maybe Pat Mahomes is going to do that. We've seen it time after time. It's third down and 9 to ice the game for the Chiefs. I had no doubt in my mind. If they were passing that ball, put it in 1-5 hands, he is going to make the right decision and he will get that first down. And that is exactly what happened. 4th and 5, the Bills did not get that first down. And when I say situational awareness, the entire game, Spagnolia never sent a corner blitz the entire game. Then the 4th and 5, right? He sends not just any cornerback, his best cornerback on a blitz to stop Allen. Allen was not prepared for it. Nobody was. There was a check down for Allen. He never saw it. He panicked. He rolled to the right, topsy turvy, spinneroo, threw it up in the air, incomplete. What I'm saying is, there's been so much hype. There's been so much critique of Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, and I hate the fact that as great as Pat Mahomes is, yeah, you said Colin Coward talked about
Hmm.
8 minutes about the Chiefs and Pat Mahomes. I respect that because it doesn't get talked about enough about the greatness of Pat Mahomes and this Chiefs team. His stats right now, they don't have the weapons per se to have
No,
Pat Mahomes getting 400 yards passing anymore per game. That's not about to happen anymore. Tyreek Hill is gone. But what they have is
might come back.
he might come back. I don't know. Situational awareness. The Chiefs are by far the best at that. When you talk about Andy Reid as your head coach, who is now finally getting his flowers. He was a great coach in Philadelphia, but he just needed that player, Pat Mahomes, as Bill Belichick didn't show anything of a great head coach, in my opinion, until Brady got there. Reed was already that guy for Philadelphia. Just never
Hmm.
got over the hump of winning a Super Bowl. That was it. But they stayed competitive. They always had great teams, and they always had good fundamentals for Andy Reid. But when he finally got his guy in Pat Mahomes, now we can really give Reid his flowers because him, Spagnolia, Pat Mahomes, Travis Kelsey, man. I mean, these guys, they don't miss a beat when it's time to be great. They know how to be great, and that is the opposite of Buffalo and Josh Allen. You had your chance yet again. Not just Josh Allen, but the entire organization. Remember, y'all, 2021, 13 seconds. Remember that? That was on the
Oh, that
defense.
was a fun game.
That was on the defense. And speaking of 13 seconds, we got 13 seconds in the building. Says, I
Oh,
need a
hello.
massage. What's up, 13 seconds? Good to see you. We got Thomas Green. He says, what is going on? Saquon needs a damn good game. Super Bowl Sunday. What's up, Thomas? Peter said, what's up, TG?
Hello.
Good to see you guys. Travis says what I don't understand is on those 4th and 1 scenarios after it was clear the Chiefs had that sniffed out. Why do they keep on doing that one play? No creativity. And look, and the sad part was when Allen was getting the football, he was immediately going to the left side because Chris Jones was tearing that right guard up.
Yeah.
Tearing it up, so he had to snap it and go to the left. Otherwise, it'd have been blown out. I think the Chiefs knew that, so they were ready for that play, and they never changed it up. You're right about that. And why 4th and 1? Why not go to freaking James Cook?
Right, yeah. You're
That is
spot
my
on.
biggest thing. It's not about Josh Allen, and that's what they want you to think. They want you to praise Josh Allen. He's a great quarterback. Can we get some wins now? Can we get some Super Bowls? Lamar Jackson's a great quarterback, but can we get some wins as a Super Bowls? That's all that matters now. Run who you got. Derrick Henry, which is a travesty, they didn't give him the ball, and James Cook, another travesty, but with a lowercase t. You know what I'm saying? We got Kelly Garner said, what's up, TJ Carlos and PJ? He said, what's
Hello,
up,
Chris.
KG? Say, Eagles killing it. But
Uh,
as a Chiefs fan, this is going to be a great Super Bowl. It will be. I cannot wait to call this matchup in a couple of weeks. But look, the Chiefs are the best team in the NFL, in my opinion. Not on paper. Not on paper at all. To me, that's the Ravens on paper. They don't do anything absolutely great anymore, but they do everything well, everything good, and they're great from a situational awareness standpoint. They know when to dial up that play. They know, excuse my language, when it's time to not fuck up, they don't fuck up. That's just what it is.
no,
When
it's true. And
when
it's
it's
all
time
phases.
when it's time to not mess up at all, they don't mess up. They don't. They don't. And that's why they continue to win games like this and the Bills continue to lose games like this. Look, sometimes that person's just better than you. And you just can't get over the hump. And I give credit to Josh Allen when he says, hey, to beat a man, we got to beat the man, and we just can't freaking beat the man. And it's not like they didn't have their opportunities. But here's the scary part, though, TJ. This is what I'm scared of. Okay, a situation, a world where Josh Allen actually scored a touchdown, and they're up by 4 points. I think Mahomes just goes back and scores a touchdown again and win the game.
It would be interesting.
That's how
It
much
would.
confidence I've always had in the Chiefs in them. They don't care about putting Mahomes on this pedestal of being a 300-yard passer and 5 touchdowns. He's the guy. No, they don't care about that. We want to just win. The Ravens and the Bills, they care about that for some reason. You have a Pro Bowler in James Cook, maybe even an All-Pro player in James Cook. Why does he only have a total of 14 touches the entire game? It makes no sense to me at all. None.
I,
But
yeah.
you would rather drop back and put your whole entire franchise shoulders on Josh Allen, who is great, by the way, but he
Mhm.
needs help from his OC, from his head coach. Can we get the ball to other people, y'all? Please, there is a running game out there. Use it. And they get so caught up in the hype of trying to get their guy the MVP. There's nothing wrong with James Cook being MVP of the game. Nothing wrong with Derrick Henry being the MVP of the game. So, and that's why you get your ass whooped, because they think selfishly, and the Chiefs think as a team. You know, let's names that you haven't heard of. Juju Smith-Schuster, 60 yards receiving, 2 big catches
Yeah,
in that game, right? And,
definitely.
and,
Yeah.
and Kareem Hunt mixed with Isaiah Pacheco. I mean, they don't care who gets the football. They don't care. Travis Kelce, 2 catches, 19 yards. He's your Hall of Fame tight end that might be the GOAT of all time, the greatest of all time at tight end. They don't care he only had 2 catches. Mahomes barely had 200 yards passing. They don't care. They don't care. Juju got his. Hopkins only had, what, 1 catch the whole game? He's only had 1 catch in the last 3 games.
It's so bad I forgot Hopkins.
Thank you. They don't care. Hopkins don't care because let's be real. If this was Hopkins with the Texans, he is complaining out of his ass. Give me the football. But he knows he's in an organization that personifies greatness. So he only had one catch in 3 games. He don't care. He was crying after the game, explaining the situation. Says, "I'm glad I'm at this moment, at this time. I couldn't be happier. I'm trying to get a Super Bowl championship, no matter what." The Chiefs are just a better organization than the rest of these, and Pat Mahomes is the GOAT. And that's why they won this game. Josh Allen, sometimes you just can't get. Sometimes, if you're the Ravens or you're the Bills, you got to pray that a Joe Burrow or somebody else beat the Chiefs before you get there. Because now it's mental. Now it's mental.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
No, you're spot on there. Hey, who are the only 2 players to beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs?
Tom Brady, Joe Burrow.
That's absolutely. It took an up and coming he was on a losing team, but still is up there for MVP, and the current GOAT. It is interesting that the moment these teams, I don't know why they do it. It happens all the time. The moment there's a little bit of pressure, they abandon the run game.
Yes.
It always happens. It happened with the Ravens. It happened with this game, but it's not happened just this year. It's every year. Patrick Mahomes, I give you that he does not care, but here's the thing: he's proven that he can do it either way. So he's obviously not going to get the hate that, and because they don't give that aura, that vibe of something's wrong, people aren't going to question it. They're just going to keep going and say it's the Chiefs. They're always going to win. My question is, obviously, there's a lot of controversy coming out of this game. I don't remember a lot. I just remember the 4th down play that I remember thinking he clearly got that, and he didn't. Obviously, you've got the Xavier Worthy pick, but after all of that, and yes, you could talk about momentum and all that kind of stuff, Josh Allen had the ball in his hands to win that game.
Yes.
And the OC didn't help him. The play calling, but there's normally, I think it was, he normally has a check down. I think it's, who's their tight end?
You had Kincaid, it's tight end.
Kincaid. So I think it was Kincaid underneath on the first attempt on those final last couple.
Yeah.
And Kincaid, he normally passed to Kincaid, that's at least a couple yards. That's still movement, but he tries to go deep, he gets greedy. Incomplete, game over. Like, it is, you are spot on. It is purely mental. We're against Patrick Mahomes. We're against the Chiefs. We need to do something abnormal to win this team, to beat this team. But that's how they win. If you get away with something that's been successful, like I have a friend I met today. He's not an American football fan. He literally went, bloody hell, that Cook guy is very good. And he was spot on. He was absolutely spot on. And you were spot on as well. The way Cook went and got that touchdown, fantastic. And they just go, I don't know why. And it's going to be very interesting. I take it you don't believe this game was rigged at all.
No, never.
No.
I don't know. A lot of folks say that. That's only because they hate greatness. I get it. I mean,
it's so upset that people are actively trying to boycott this this Super Bowl. Maybe because it's a repeat, but they were so upset that the Chiefs won because they seen it as unfair, and it was clear cheating that they were like, no, we can't allow the NFL to keep getting away with this. I was going to say something, but we'll leave that to our Super Bowl, my Super Bowl preview. But I remember asking this question. Don't remember the results. I think it's time to move on from Dermot. I know he got to the AFC Championship game, but he always gets far. He just can't. He just won't take them there. And Dermot's been on the hot seat for the last 2 years. And I know people are like, oh, this is their reloading year. He didn't have a number one receiver. He
Okay,
didn't have
yeah,
this. Cool, whatever. But you still had the opportunity to win the game, and you flushed it down the loo.
right.
And yeah, he could have grabbed that last ball. Josh Allen could have made the right decision, but the situation you put those players in isn't good enough. And I think he needs to go. Something needs to change in the Bills. We've been saying that for the last 4 years. Otherwise, history repeats itself.
Facts.
Something's got to give, and it's not going to be Josh Allen. He's phenomenal. He's fun to watch as anything. I think it has to be the coach because they had Diggs. I know Diggs was a bit of a diva, not a bit of a diva, is a
He
diva,
was a diva,
and
man. He is a diva.
wanted his touches, but they also had like Gabe Davis went off one year in the playoffs. 13 seconds was Gabe Davis's game.
Yeah, it
Still
was.
enough.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, I think the Bills need to get new management just to have a chance. Otherwise, they'll constantly lose to the Chiefs. It is really. It's a different kind of play, but it is still Peyton Manning is very good until he hits Tom Brady in the playoffs.
And here's the crazy thing. Now, you can still change the narrative if you're Josh Allen because at one
Yeah.
point we like Brady was up 2-0 against Manning, and as
Yeah.
much as we all thought that Brady and Manning played the playoffs every damn year, they did not. They only played
Okay.
5 times in the playoffs.
Wow.
Manning won the last 3.
Oh, did he? I did not know that. That's before my time.
Manning won 3-2 over Brady in their 5 playoff matches.
Wow.
So I mean, so everyone's acting like now this isn't 04. This is different now. But
Yeah.
but if you lose 4 times in a row to the same damn team, that becomes a mental issue now.
Yeah, you've got to change it.
Yeah, how do you change it?
It's got to be coached. It's
Uh,
got to be coached. It
there's
can't be QB.
there's a poll out there now. Who has the chance to win their first MVP? Is it? I mean, the first Super Bowl, to win the Super Bowl, to win it, is it Josh Allen with the Bills or Jaden Daniels with the Commanders? You know what I'm
Oh.
saying? But mind you, Jaden doesn't have to go through Pat Mahomes. Josh
He
Allen
doesn't have to go
does.
through Pat Mahomes. I'm going to say Jalen Daniels because they've got a coach who's already been there.
And they're saying win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And I'm saying yeah. I say Jaden
Yeah.
Daniels too.
Yeah.
At the rate he's going, he stays humble.
Yeah, no,
Um,
Jalen Daniels. I think you're spot on there.
I just man, it just drives me crazy, man, because these OCs they want to put their guys on a pedestal. Like, we only got through this game because of Lamar Jackson. We only got through this game because of Josh Allen. They want the media and the narrative to say that. No, nothing wrong with Cook having a 200-yard rushing game and Allen only throwing for 130. Nothing wrong with that, man. Just get the win. That's all that matters. Wadder says they didn't eat the clock. They were greedy, and even if they scored fast, it would give time for Mahomes to strike back. Yes.
Spot on.
Yeah, and like, even if they scored, I thought Mahomes would have just went down the road and just scored again. It doesn't matter. Juju Smith-Schuster, we don't care. Mind you, they're playing without their quote-unquote best receiver in Rashee Rice. He's out for the year.
Yeah, he is.
Forgot about that? Yeah. They got Hollywood Brown, who stepped up in this game. Xavier Worthy, who the Bills gave to the Chiefs. Don't forget about that.
That's true.
And
That's true.
then Travis Kelce, 2 catches. That's it. Right?
Hey, you're spot on. I just wanted to say, like, this is the worst that Pat Mahomes has played. This is the worst the Chiefs have looked statistically.
Yes.
Obviously,
Yes. That's why. Yeah. And they don't care. They know who they are. And they don't. We want to win by saying, man, Pat Mahomes, he is great when it matters the most. It wasn't Pat Mahomes led us the whole entire game. No, because there have been times in the playoffs where Pacheco went off, right?
Yeah.
Kelsey went off, and nobody else. There's been times where you had a MVS last year, the last couple of years for the Chiefs. He went off a player or two, but those are big time situational plays by Pat Mahomes and company. Now, if the Chiefs wanted to put the onus on Pat Mahomes and Mahomes only, he would have those great numbers and those stats, but they wouldn't win. They wouldn't win. Not with this squad, no. So they know how to play. They know that they have a great defense on that side with Chris Jones and Trent McDuffie, those guys, and they know that. Hey, that fumble he had was Pema on an option, and him and I think Pacheco got it wrong, and it dropped on the ground. That was the first turnover with 11 games. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Like they don't they
11
don't
games.
they don't beat themselves. They don't. Travis says, "Goodness, I'd say Daniels based on this year. That was Mahomes. Like Mahomes' first year as a starter lost an AFC Championship game. Daniels' first year as a
Agreed.
starter NFC Championship game. I'm telling you, if I had to pick between Josh Allen and McDaniels, Jaden Daniels, who's gonna win a Super Bowl first? I gotta go with the Commanders and Daniels, man, because
That's the Commanders, not the Bills. That's what you're picking. You're picking the
yeah,
Commanders
exactly.
to win
Yeah,
before the
you're
Bills.
not picking the quarterback, you're picking the team, which is
That's
Commanders
what
over
people
Bills.
forget. And I think that goes back to our previous rant of the segment ago. It's a team sport. Yes, okay, you have a great hot quarterback in Jaden Daniels or it, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, but it's a team sport. And if you have a team who don't care what their stats like, how they play, as long as they do what they can to win, like the Chiefs at the moment, like the Eagles at the moment, you're going to succeed. And we've got both these teams are in the Super Bowl
Yep.
because of that. They don't care. They just want to win, and they put themselves. They'll do anything.
That's right.
Like, Jalen Hurts won't go out there and like go to Kellen Moore and go, "I need to throw more. I want to throw more." Pat Mahomes won't do that. Pat Mahomes will just be like, "Want me to pass the ball? Pacheco's got the hot hand. Yeah, go." Remember when Worthy had that phenomenal game a couple of weeks ago? Worthy was being on and off all season. The moment he started to get hot, they just kept
Kicking
feeding
ball.
him.
Yep, kicking ball. Exactly.
Yeah.
Feed the hot hand, man. Yeah, both these teams they want to win no matter what, and that's why they're in the Super Bowl. Like you said, boy, I cannot wait. We're not gonna give our predictions today. We'll give our
We got
predictions
a whole
next
week.
week. Yeah, got a whole other week, y'all. Episode 63 will be our prediction for the game, and we'll talk about the game itself. So we'll predict that game itself next week, not this week. So we're going to break down the AFC and the NFC Championship game. I do believe it's going to be another great game, though, for the Super Bowl. I believe that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. I think this is going to be the better game out of the other matches. Maybe not the fun. Like if you look at it, might not be as explosive.
Right.
Maybe with a Saquon run, but it's going to be like more fundamentally sound. People think it's not going to be as popular as viewed simply because we had 2 rematches the last 2 years, and people are getting bored of the Chiefs.
What I know all the time is mofo's gonna still watch the game regardless because they are rooting for a bad game. You know,
Yeah, they will.
look. My heart got crushed 2018. The no call was for the Saints.
Oh,
I was watching that Super Bowl, and it was the worst Super Bowl I ever seen in my life. Patriots versus Rams. They won 13-3. The Patriots did, but I was watching that thing, hoping the Rams got their ass whooped. You know, I was mad.
as
I
they
was
did.
mad, and they did. You know what I'm saying? So I was very happy about that.
Absolutely.
Kelly says, gonna say, go Eagles to win. He says, my girl Christy is all Eagles. Hey, there we go.
Let's go.
All right, but we'll give our piece of our predictions next week, y'all. So stay tuned for that. Let's talk about some. First of all, what's your what the fudge cake moment, man?
Oh, I had to, but I don't know what yours is. I got a feeling I know what it is, but first one is Brian Schottenheimer being hired by the Cowboys. We haven't spoken about that.
Hold that down then, because we got a whole segment of coaches coming up.
Okay, ignore that then. Mine is that fun little rule appeared in the Eagles game, and I'm talking about it is the in flagrance of flagment of the player to be disqualified for the fouls defense of automatically a first down. Article 2, fouls to prevent the score, all the way down to where it is. Article 4, which is the palpable unfair act. A player or substitute shall not interfere with the play or any act which is considered palpably unfair. The penalty for a palpably unfair act is the offender may be disqualified, or the referee, after consulting the official and crew and warning the opposing party, forces such a distance the penalty is considered inequitable, irresponsible, allowing the referee may award a score. See section 1913.
Jesus.
The Palpably Unfair Act. Never heard of that. But that man was jumping over the O-line to try and get that ball, and that almost resulted in something fantastic.
It was fun to watch that. I ain't gonna lie.
So yeah, Rule 12, Section 3, Article 4, the Palpably Unfair Act allows the refs to award a score if it's considered that the person committing the foul is deemed completely unfair. Which was he was. I can't remember the player's, the commander's name. But in his mind, we're on the goal line. We're going for the tush push. If he commits a foul, we lose inches. Not even inches. Yeah, he loses inches. But if he manages to time the snap perfectly, we lose yards.
Right.
So he's just constantly trying to time the snap until the rest were like, enough. Otherwise, we're just going to give it to him.
Kids in time.
And
all right, now I had enough.
Precisely. And the moment he didn't do it, we scored anyway.
Right. Exactly. That was mine as well. So
yeah, I knew it was coming. That had to
be like, what the fudge cake was that? But yeah, I mean, I get it because man, they could do that 25 more times, man. And it was funny because we were talking about it might have been for ads. You know, for the ads, commercial ads, like, yo, we gotta stop doing this because ads, man. You know, it's still ran by money, so you can't keep going 20-something plays doing the same crap when we're gonna just award them a touchdown. So
I do have a question.
Yes,
on the score sheet. Where do you think the touchdown will come from?
Where would it come from?
Like when it comes down to, obviously, you've got the play-by-plays and the stat sheets and all that. Where would that touchdown be recorded, do you reckon?
I don't get what you're asking.
If it was given.
If it was
a
1-yard sneak?
No, so for example, if Washington jumped offside again and the refs are like, score Philadelphia.
What would they score it as?
Yeah, because it wouldn't be a Jalen Hurts touchdown.
It wouldn't. It would. Damn. They would just say. I don't know how they would say it.
Precisely. Fun little things.
Just a touchdown. They might just say just touchdown. And
just a touchdown.
With no explanation, just a touchdown.
Huh?
Imagine that for like fantasy owners, right?
Oh.
If they had Jalen Hurts on the 1-yard line and they just kept doing that crap and you know what? Touchdown. But nope, not Jalen Hurts though.
Also, imagine how funny if it said ref touchdown and people just looked at the stat line and be like, it's fixed. The referees are even scoring.
Referee touchdown. I told you it was fixed.
I told you.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I wouldn't know what to call that, man. All right, and let's talk about our coaching carousel now. Now we can talk about our coaching carousel.
Hey.
We had a few crazy things happen. I'll name a few. Brian Schottenheimer to the Cowboys was announced. Aaron Glenn going to his former team, the New York Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Johnson, the former OC. First of all, Brian Schottenheimer was the former OC for the Cowboys. Now he's the head coach. Aaron Glenn, the former DC for the Lions, is now the head coach for the Jets. Ben Johnson, former OC for that same Lions team, is now the head coach for the Bears. Then we got Pete Carroll to the Las Vegas Raiders. And we have Liam Cohen to the Jaguars. He came from Tampa Bay as the OC. So my question is, which one's your worst? Which one's your best pick for your head coaches?
Worst?
I'm
torn between the Buccaneers. Is it Cohen?
Yep, Cohen. He did some shady stuff, boy. He did some shady stuff.
Or is it Schottenheimer? The best, I think, is going to be Pete Carroll to the Raiders. Hey, I know he's old AF, but he's proven that he can run a team. And I think the Raiders needed him. He's going to set a great culture. He's going to get the players fighting for him. Didn't see it coming. We're going to get Harbaugh versus Carroll twice a year again, which is fantastic. They're always going to be fun games. But the reason why I come back with Brian Schottenheimer, fair enough, he's got the family name. But no one had heard of him until out of nowhere.
Right.
And then the only reason I think he got the job is because he's Jerry's yes man.
Yes.
That's the only reason he's got like Jerry immediately went, his name's not Brian Dow. Well, yeah, it is. And all Jerry kept saying is, I'm doing a risk hiring this man. We don't know if he's any good. Thanks for the confidence. He's just Jerry's yes man. And if you're a Cowboys fan, one, I know they're upset about it, especially since they wanted someone else, Johnson, and well, they screwed up the whole Johnson situation, and they even wanted Dion. But you can't trust Jerry to build a team or run a team, and he's just hired someone to go, yes, sir, I'll do that. What you suggest, and they've got Edeflitz as their DC. It's an okay DC, but it's the same situation. They hired Mike McCarthy as a Jerry yes man. They hired Dan Quinn, who'd just been sacked as a head coach, as their DC. Fair enough, he turned out to be a very good DC. Got another new head coach job. But just everyone's had the same reaction, which is, but why? What's yours? What's yours, man?
No, I agree completely with you.
Oh man,
Brian
let's do
Schottenheimer.
something.
No, I'm just saying, like, like Aaron Glenn to the Jets, it fits in my opinion. Ben Johnson to the Bears, kind of fits in my opinion.
Yep.
Um, Liam Cohen to the Jaguars, that was it. Look, it fits, but it was just weird how he did it, man, without lying, and lying on your family. I don't like that. Don't lie on your family.
Yeah.
Say he had to take care of his kids, and something happened to his kids, and his, whatever. Don't do that, bro.
Don't do that.
That might be karma coming to him and the Jaguars, which they're not
Have
karma
you
enough, right?
have you
Jeez.
seen his Duval? Have you seen his opening press conference?
I saw a little tiny bit of it. The dude's weird.
It's so it is so weird, and his pathetic Duval at the end is cringeworthy.
What did he say? How did he say it?
He literally is like Duval.
Oh
It's like,
man,
and it's
oh
just like
man,
no.
God dog it.
I'm not a
Okay.
Jags fan, and I know it's
Good luck,
not that.
Jacksonville. Hey, you'll see him out there in England a few times in London.
Oh yeah, we will.
So yes, I agree with you with everything you said about Schottenheimer, man. I think it was all about Marty. Look, Jerry Jones. I'm gonna be real with you guys, man. He's pathetic.
Wow.
He's pathetic. I'm gonna say that word, and I don't say it lightly. I'm for real about this. Dude's a complete joke of an owner. He is. I mean, a joke of a GM. Be an owner, that's fine. Do your owner thing. But as a GM, he is a joke. It's a joke. It's not even funny anymore now to kind of hate the Cowboys because now he's making it hard for me to even hate the Cowboys because his idiocy is just off the charts right now. Like that was a stupid hiring because you just got done with Fat Boy Matt McCarthy, a yes man.
Yes,
You
man.
get Schottenheimer, and you have no clue how he's gonna be, but just cause you know his daddy, and he must have said it 1,000 times in a press interview.
Yeah.
His daddy,
Yeah.
Marty Schottenheimer. Marty Schottenheimer. He ain't got nothing to do with his daddy. He's an OC that wasn't calling plays this year.
He was an OC. He was doing nothing on a. Fair enough. Jerry already knew him because he was on the team last year. But it is true. They went from the guy who was sacked from McCarthy. I've forgotten his name.
So say it again.
The guy who before McCarthy, the head coach.
Jason Garrett.
Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett was a Jerry yes man. Didn't do nothing. Was also known with the organisation since he was a QB there. They went with Mike McCarthy, even though he had head coaching experience, was still a yes man. He actively announced he lied in the interview to get the job. So he was already saying, yes, Jerry, yes, Jerry, yes,
Yep,
Jerry, I'm
exactly.
a good for you.
Yeah.
This one,
you can't have an opinion with Jerry Jones. And
you can't have an opinion.
Schottenheimer's not going to have an opinion. Yes, sir. What you need? Yes, sir. What you need? It's crazy. It's cringy. It's real cringy to me, man. Like this Jerry Jones dude, he just doesn't want to give up his quote unquote credit. He doesn't want anyone to have it. He wants to be the savior. Does he want to really dig the Cowboys super deep in his ground and he rises above the ashes? Bro, it's been 25 plus years now since you won a Super Bowl. And I like the fact his son, Stephen Jones, he said the word drought with air quotations. No, it's a drought, man. It's a
Right.
drought. You are now the last NFC team to reach the NFC Championship game.
Yep.
That is not a drought. That's a drought, bro. Y'all just dried up right now. No rain coming your way at all. Y'all are done. This, at least they always had a good team. They can boast. They just never got over that hump. Now they don't even have a good team and even a less of a head coach, in my opinion, right now. Now Schottenheimer could be this whatever. He could come out there and be flowers. Who knows? But right now, I don't. Nothing in my bones told me that Brian
No.
Schottenheimer should be a head coach right now at all. That really pissed me off by Jerry Jones because almost like a spit to these die-hard Cowboy fans, the die-hard ones, the ones that truly bleed blue and white or whatever silver. Those are the ones I feel bad for because they deserve better than what Jerry Jones is putting out there over the last couple of years, man. It's pathetic. It's very
Oh,
pathetic.
yeah.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
joke of a GM, a joke,
It
major
is.
joke.
It is true. And what's the message you're giving to the team? Like, you've got some big free agencies. Like Michael Parsons already pissed. He showed a video of him walking out the stadium. Like, he don't want to come back. I don't personally. I wouldn't want Michael Parsons on my team. I think he's a bit too much of a diva.
Yeah,
Um, but it is. It is. And he kept bringing up that he hasn't got any head coach's experience. Well, if the head coach is on the street, that's because he's not a good. Well, something had gone wrong is the reason why he's on the street. If you know what I mean. It's rare that
right.
a Pete Carroll, an Andy Reid, a Bill Belichick, you like these legendary coaches are out. But it is exactly the same thing back in the 90s. Jerry
Yeah,
wanted a rest man. Jerry thought he could build a team that any coach could take to the Super Bowl, and that's what happened. So he got rid of the Super Bowl winning head coach, hired a yes man. Fair enough, they won, but it was all downhill from there.
yeah. We got the real Jerry in the building. Jerry G is in the building.
Oh,
The
hello.
OG showing love is Carlos and PJ. He said Bills had that game won. He said congratulations, cheats. Peter says don't do my team like that, but this one's for you though.
Oh,
Jerry, 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 Jerry. Jerry Porter Jr. is in the building showing love. He does not like the Chiefs at all. I'm like, brother, you better get on the bandwagon while it's hot, baby. Let's go. Uh, Car Crazy, the last Super Bowl the Cowboys won, it was Jerry Jones who was GM, but it was the team that Jimmy Johnson put together. I like that. I like that. I agree. Now, let's get to the good. Yes, I agree with you as well. Pete Carroll to the Raiders was amazing. I thought Pete Carroll was going to Chicago. I really thought that. I thought one of
yeah.
these young teams need a Pete Carroll, right,
Mhm.
to be this bridge head coach. Because Pete Carroll's 73 years old. So now
Yeah.
he has the energy of a man in his 30s and his 40s. I give him that credit. So he's not old looking. He's not old acting, but he is still an old man. But that being said, this was the right piece for a team like Las Vegas. And I like the fact that Tom Brady, and
Yeah.
Tom Brady had a lot to do with that. I'm going to keep that real. Tom Brady said, look, bro, I might be minority owner, but I know about winning. Yeah, 7 of them bad boys. Can we get a Super Bowl winning head coach to this franchise? No more Antonio Pierces and just guys that are just cool with everybody. Can hang out after work and go eat at Chili's together. No. Pete Carroll, that is the one I thought should have went to either the Bears or even the Raiders or even the Jaguars. I thought he was going to one of those teams. He goes to the Raiders. I love it, though. I love it. He's going to put these guys in their place. He's not going to take no for an answer. And Pete Carroll is known for change. Every
Mhm.
time he gets into a new environment, he puts his blueprint into all that. For those who don't fit his mold, get out of here. Max Crosby, you don't like the way I'm about to do things? Get out of
Get
here.
out.
Uh,
Go on,
I'm,
Tate.
I'm not saying that about Max Crosby. I'm just saying, but he's the best player. So if he had an issue, you can go.
Yeah.
I'm
He ain't
bringing
gonna
in
take
I'm bringing in
nothing.
my new crew, my new scheme. We're gonna have a new DC, a new OC, all that, man. We're gonna do it big. I like the fact that Pete Carroll is a veteran, obviously the oldest head coach in the NFL, and he brings that presence as a Super Bowl winning head coach to a
Mhm.
team that is desperate into a winning culture. They need that. I love that the fact that they got Pete Carroll, and I love the fact that Pete Carroll was still out there actively trying to be a head coach, which means the fire is still there.
Yeah,
He was just kicked off a year and a half ago from the Seahawks. He is back now as the Raiders head coach, and I'm happy for
that.
him. And I saw his first interview. You saw Marshawn Lynch interrupted for a second.
No, I didn't.
He was talking, saying how he wants to change the team, and all you hear is Marshall Lynch go, he goes Raiders, and
Yeah,
so Carroll starts laughing, and he says, "All right, Mark, says sit down."
yeah. Marshall Lynch is laughing because obviously we know he's a die-hard Raiders
Yeah,
fan.
right, yeah, uh-huh.
He's from Oakland and everything, and obviously Pete Carroll's one of his favorite humans, and now he can support two things he absolutely loves.
Yeah.
Um, my question is: the Raiders are sitting at 6 at the moment. Do you try and trade up with the Browns?
That's all with Pete Carroll. If I'm Pete Carroll, I do not. I do not.
You do
I
not.
do not. Nah. If I'm anything four on down, I'm not trading for no quarterback. No. We got to get our issues together with everything else. The Raiders need more than just a quarterback. They
Fair
need a
enough.
lot more. Mind you, you're in the same division as Pat Mahomes, so there's no rush to get a quarterback that's easy to lose to Pat Mahomes for the next 8 years.
So sign like a Donald, or just keep running with Minshew and O'Connell.
I wouldn't do Mitchell or O'Connell. There's more life in that breadbasket somewhere. Not those guys, but I trust Pete Carroll. Mind you, here's why, and I've always said that when Russell Wilson was drafted 2012,
He
that
knew
was the
straight away.
same year the the Raiders, I mean, the same year the Seahawks had just picked up Matt Flynn from free
Hmm.
agency and paid him 4 years, $60 million. He could have easily, like any other head coach, would have went with the money man. He saw the talent from Russell Wilson. Says, "Fuck no,
Yep.
hell no. I want that. I want the rookie as my starting quarterback over
He
the
knew.
guy that's making $60 million."
He knew straight away, didn't he?
And guess what happened? That was the best thing that ever happened to the organization.
Yep.
So I have trust in Pete Carroll. He's going to see the talent, whoever they get, and he'll put pieces together and find out who's going to be a starting quarterback.
Um. Fair enough, and I think that's spot on. My one team that wasn't mentioned is obviously your Saints.
Nobody wants
Still
us.
looking. No, still looking for a head coach.
No heck. We just talked to Kellen Moore, I think, today.
Yep, you flew to Philadelphia to have a talk with him. Um, please, please, please,
Desperate.
please, 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 please,
Desperate.
do not hire him before the Super Bowl. I've already gone through that. One of our coordinators being hired by a team whilst we played their Super Bowl.
And I was going to talk about that next week, but it's too late. He already went on the visit. So, when you have that visit, guess what? Now you come back down and you start talking to who? Your family about
Mm-hmm.
maybe going to New Orleans. Well, now we got to get a
Mm-hmm.
house. Now we got to get somewhere to live. Now we got to all that, and that takes away preparation from your game plan.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it happens a lot, man. You're right. You're right.
That moment that game has finished, I reckon within 2 hours,
I like Carl
he's your
Crane
head
says
coach.
Raiders get Russ Wilson as a bridge quarterback. I like that. I like that. Hey, he's there with Pete
Hey,
Carroll. He trusts his own job.
no, I don't think. I think that bridge has been burnt.
No, not with those two.
Yeah, I do.
Not Russell Wilson. Nah.
I honestly do. I think that I don't think that will happen. I don't think any of them want them personally.
Probably not. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? You're probably right. But yeah, man, that was it, man. We have episode 63 next week, next Tuesday, and we'll have
Well,
our picks and prediction of Super Bowl 59 from New Orleans, Louisiana, featuring the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. That's gonna be a great one. I cannot wait to discuss that. I know TJ, you're a geek, 'cause that is your team, and we got a lot of Chiefs
oh,
fans and Eagles fans in our comment section as well. So a lot of you guys are in the chat. So thank y'all for showing love, man. So let's get our final messages, man.
Any questions at
Any
all for
questions?
anyone?
Y'all closing messages because it's time to wrap it up. If you got a question right now, please ask it. We'll feel free to answer any question that you have that's deemed worthy, obviously.
I've got a question, and it's going to be very majorly off topic. Off topic. I don't think did we speak about the Superman trailer at all?
The one that just happened recently, like
I don't think we
yesterday.
spoke. Oh yeah, I don't think we spoke about the James Gunn Superman.
Nah, we haven't. Not really. We did a little bit, but we didn't get in depth with it.
Yeah. Are you interested in it? Because obviously I know you're a comic book fan.
Yes, I am very interested. I think me and you talked about it off air. We had talked
Oh,
about
quite
it. Yeah,
possibly.
yeah, yeah. We did. And I said I'm ready for it. I don't, but I also told you I didn't get the hate for Man of Steel. Remember I said that? And
Yes,
I was
that's
like,
still
why?
coming
Because
back.
I hate the fact that that movie got so much hate. And that's the reality of a real Superman in today's world. That's how it'll go down. So yes, they want to make it all lovey, fun-dovey because people ages 55 and older want that old heartwarming Superman with the coziness. I don't know. I want my Superman real and brutal
You
and
want it?
being a godlike figure. You know, that's how I feel. But anyways, I'm excited for it. I'm a diehard DC and Marvel guy. I don't just claim one like a lot of folks do, which is I think just dumb. I'm just happy for superhero movies in general. Um,
Fair enough.
Real fan sports. I have a question, TJ. How was your hangover yesterday?
That was. I jumped up pretty well. I sprung back to start the game. Because annoyingly, every time I drink, and I drink a lot, I get up early, which sucks. I did a 10-hour shift, and by the time about 2 hours before the end, I could feel myself starting to slow down. So I was like, I need a banana milkshake and some grease now.
Some
So to
grease.
the nearest McDonald's I
Some
went,
grease.
and I survived. But it wasn't as bad as I thought, honestly, because I think you guys saw the worst of it. Because as soon as that game ended, I went, I'm done. I'm not drinking anymore, if you know what I mean. So I didn't go to sleep until 7 that morning. So I think I was experiencing the come down. Like normally you sleep off. When you're drunk, you sleep it off, don't you?
I do.
I think I was. Yeah, I do as well. I think I was awake experiencing it. So I think you guys saw the worst of me trying to sober up. And don't do that. That
Car
sucks.
Craze asks, does any potential coach want to work with Mickey Loomis? The answer is no.
Who's
Uh,
Licky Loomis?
Mickey Loomis is our GM for the Saints.
Oh,
Aaron Glenn was not confident. That's rumors. He was not going to sign with the Saints because we didn't want him because he was requesting that Loomis not be the GM. And
yeah.
huh?
The Jags got rid of their GM because of the head coach, right?
Who?
The Jags fired Butkus.
Oh, I don't know about the Jaguar, but I'm saying like Aaron Glenn was on the tables to be either the Jets head coach or the Saints head coach, but he was saying if I become Saints head coach, I don't want Loomis as my GM. Can I get a new GM? And we said, hell no, we're keeping Loomis. So yeah, right now, no one wants to be around Loomis because all the horrible decision makings we've done over the last, let's say, 6 or 7 years now.
Yeah.
Even when Breeze was there his last couple of years, we were holding on to a lot of older people that we shouldn't have been doing it. I understand the loyalty. You know, he's a very loyal guy, which I respect. But man, loyal at a fault, bro. Like we got a lot of these old guys under bad contracts, man, and we've been walking that tightrope for years now of being over the cap limit. So
Oh yeah, you need to get that under control. Every year and it's not even slightly, you're miles over the cap limit. Whoever's in charge of cap numbers needs to be gone. But no, what I'm saying is obviously Liam Cohen, if I've said his name right, I'm sorry, the Jaguars' current head coach. He wanted to. They offered him the job. Apparently, he said one of the things was no. That you have your GM I don't like, which was Butkus. And they were like, get rid of him, and I maybe. And obviously, that's when he announced he was coming back to Tampa Bay. They then sacked their GM and went, what about now? So the
yay!
Jaguars literally got rid of their GM to hire their head coach.
Yep, it happens, man. Andrew says, "Yo, what's happening, Carlos and PJs? And what's up, Drewski? Good to see you." And Carl says, "The
Well,
dead cap and void years are wild with New Orleans, and we got a lot of that going on." So,
yeah, but Eagles do their cap space. I don't, and like void years and all that kind of stuff. I don't get how you're that bad. Like,
because we've been doing this for almost a decade now. That's why we're that bad.
it's been. I remember when COVID kicked in and the salary cap went down. You were over $100,000 over the cap. That was 5 years ago. You're 52. Not five. 100,000. 100 million. You're 52 million over. 5 years and you're
And
still
we got
52
some
million.
great number crunching guys because we find a way to get below it right before the season starts. But gee, but it always comes back to Honda. I think one of these times we just because right now our future is bleak. Right, we're a bad team that has
Yeah.
no potential for getting a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And no one wants that issue. Somebody's still gonna do it, but nobody wants that issue. This is a very tough job. So I wouldn't want it. I'm just being real. But thank y'all for showing love and support,
Yes.
man.
Thank you.
We are out here. This is episode 62 of Tuesdays with TJ, the NFL podcast. You guys, um, check us out next week as we will break down Chiefs versus Eagles, Super Bowl 50 freaking 9, y'all, from New Orleans, Louisiana. It's gonna be something. We'll give our picks and predictions for that Super Bowl, and yeah, have a lot more topics around there as well to keep the stream popping, y'all. Hit that like button on your way out. Hit that subscribe button if you're just not watching it and you're brand new to the channel. Thank y'all for showing love. We're less than 30 away from our goal of 3,000, y'all. So let's get it, man. TJ, hope you have a great rest of the night, man. PJ,
Thank you.
we got to eat. We hungry. All right.
Oh, what
Yeah.
you fancying?
I don't even know right now. Anything, right?
Hey,
Anything that tastes good. Shoot.
oh, fair enough. Thank you very much for having me on. Everyone, have a great week. Stay safe in this crazy world. And Carlos, I hope you have a great week as well. And enjoy, well, enjoy the Pro Bowl? Is that what you say? No one enjoys the Pro Bowl.
Not about to enjoy it.
Break.
I'll watch a little bit of it, but I ain't about to enjoy it.
I like. Hold on, sorry. This is why no one watches the Pro Bowl. Drake May has just been announced as a quarterback for the Pro Bowl.
Okay, yeah. Now,
Drake May.
time to go. Bleh, time to go, y'all. On that note, Lord
Love you,
Jesus,
man.
all sports fans, you guys know what time it is. Stay smart, stay uneducated. Peace. Love you, mama. Love you guys as well. Love you, TJ. Y'all have a blessed rest of y'all night. We'll see you guys next week.
Have a good one, everyone. See you when I see you.